Welcome again to Joe Stun Unboxing. I made a video about David Benavidez a few days ago, saying that all of Eddie Reynoso's gym, including Canelo, were all on PEDs. And he was very scathing about this. Well, a bit of irony for you here, because his older brother, Jose Benavidez Jr., has failed a drugs test. Now, it is a cocaine metabolite. It starts with the word benzo, like a lot of them do. I'm not going to attempt to, I can't even remember the entire name of this drug. They all have, names which would be better off if they were displayed in hieroglyphics. But anyway, he failed it. Probably a recreational drug rather than a PED, but nevertheless, there is some irony involved there. And he got a backdated 9-month suspension, which I can't remember. His last victory has been eradicated. It's been called a no contest, and it was a knockout win. I think it was in February. So 9 months, February, March, April, May, June. He's out for another 5 months, which he probably would have been anyway. And he got the colossal fine of $3,750. So in other words, a little tap on the wrist. Naughty boy. It's pathetic, isn't it, the way they dish these so-called punishments out. But again, it probably was a recreational drug and not a PED. So I don't know. I mean, you leave your comments below. But it did strike me as odd that quite amusing actually, that David Benavidez should come out with such a scathing assessment of Reynoso's team, and then his older brother gets busted for doing a bit of the naughtiness. So I don't know really. The struggle against drug use continues. Do you know what? I'm tempted to say, if this was a recreational drug thing, and it looks like it was, rather than any kind of PED-related cycle, then yeah. I mean, that's probably better, I would say. Probably better. And by the way, this was the Nevada State Athletic Commission that handed down this punishment, Yeah, but Jose Benavidez was originally, I think, quite highly touted, and I think he won an interim belt or a second or some WBA crap belt that no one really cares about because it's not really a real world title. But he was, I believe, he was shot, I think, in the leg. 10 years ago, and then when he came back to the ring, he wasn't the same, which I suppose is understandable, isn't it? I mean, Christ, if you haven't got your full use of your legs, I don't know what the situation is with his leg now, but you get shot in it, it's not going to do any good, is it? But he did fight for the WBO title against Bud Crawford, and that was in 2018. And Crawford stopped him. Crawford seems to stop everyone, or stopped everyone in his welterweight days. So he has fought very, very highly, quite good, very good company in the case of Bud Crawford. But he's lost, I think, 3 of his last 6. So he slipped into that gatekeeper type of role. And the age he is now, he's in his 30s now, so his career his best years are behind him, as they say. But I just thought I'd give you a little update there. Some people are going to say, well, people in glass houses, etc., etc., but then you can't really, blame David Benavidez for what his older brother has done. Getting shot, taking a bit of the sniff. It doesn't sound like he's led the most disciplined of lives, the senior Benavidez. Yeah. And interestingly, they're both called Junior. David and Jose have got Junior after their names. Maybe their father had 2 names, David Jose Benavidez, so he named them both juniors. I don't know. I'm just randomly thinking. Anyway, if you've got any comments on this, leave them below as usual. And thanks a lot for watching the vid. Please hit the like button and subscribe because it helps us out a great deal. and I will speak to you later. Bye for now.